welcome our Honorable Kebutoshi Osila, JCM committee members, teachers, and our dear students. Thank you for providing me this honor of anchoring the stage. It is a very momentous day as we have the golden opportunity to organize this program by conveying our gratitude and appreciation to the Herzenssache Nepal EV and our dear sponsor. We Chamjuk Choling family would like to extend our sincere, heartfelt gratitude for the education of our students. Upon the brief story of Herzenssache Nepal EV project, I would like to call Kamatsutin from the second year class on the stage to read the message.
Beloved Chamjuk Monastery family, we would like to tell you a little bit about our NGO history. How is it that a couple of German Karma friends bring their activity to far away Nepal? Our support through sponsorship for you monk students started at the end of 2012. At that time, we were still operating through our association Himalaya project. In 2011, we met Dupsin Rinpoche for the first time in Germany. In 2012, on a joint pilgrimage with him and Chambar Rinpoche for the inauguration of Samar Gomba in Upper Mustang. Dupsin Rinpoche requested us for help for his little monk student. At that time, this was my first trip to Nepal with my daughter Thaya, who was 3 years old at the time and had my own chronic, very serious illness with me, with the wish to find healing in the holy Buddhist place in Nepal. When we stopped by the bus in front of JCM for the first time and I stepped on the floor, I know deep down in my heart, I am back at the place where my heart is. Immediately, the desire manifested itself in me to take over the sponsorship for a JCM and the Tibetan refugee camp Pachipalkir. I was actually a therapist for disabled children to profession and no longer able to work due to my illness. Heartfelt desire have tremendous power. If we joyfully align ourselves with our goal, we will achieve it. From 2012 to 2018, my daughter and I traveled to you and to the Tibetan settlement every year, sometimes for a few weeks, sometimes for 5 months. Again and again, moving, joyful, challenging, and instructive time. The JCM family grow and with it the worldwide search for more and godparents. The monastery called and can offer the pupil and student better education and better care, excellent teachers, new bedroom, a new library. The last few years were marked by many obstacles, and so we both decided to found our own NGO. After 1.5 years of founding work, we can now continue our activity through our association Herzenssache Nepal. Herzenssache is a German word and means that something is very deep in your heart and that you dedicate yourself to this matter with all your activity and dedication. This is how we see you. You are all a matter close to our heart and important to us. We wish that each of you in the monastery community has safe, joyful and secure home, that you receive a good school education and in particular receive an excellent Buddhist education. The Dharma teaches us love, compassion and wisdom, and you are the protector and keeper of those precious teachings of Buddha Sakyamuni, and you can bring the Dharma into the world and those really benefit many beings. We thank our godparents and sponsors from the bottom of our heart for their constant financial support for 9 years now. Our families who give us the space for time-consuming activities. The individual lamas of the monastery who work with us and support our work, the monastery. And our heartfelt thanks
for performance by our students who are going to perform a presentation on different topics. Our first performer, Mr. Chimbayatullah, come on stage to present about education in Tibetan language.
j'ai toujours des j'ai eu organismes. 지금 신스레디 가레스는 지금 신스레디 저 자네가 맞다 동아리 선이 미셔 버릴 때 그냥 대남라스 네버스레다 보니 세야가 대성 당원이 없이
Turjik Gazel from class 4th year class to present about concept of charity in English language.
Honorable Principal and Chief Deputy of our JCM community and their teachers and all my friends. Today I'm going to give a presentation about charity, and since this is my first time in English, I'm so nervous, so please bear with me. So charity means an organization which is organized to help others, help and organize money for those who are in need. So there are so many charities out there, or like the Catholic Medical Mission Board, Natural Resources Defense Council, and United Nations Foundation, like so on. It's and in the Nepal there are also so many charities, so many foundations who helps who are in needs, like Mighty Nepal, who helps the victim of the human trafficking especially, and also Shakti Samuha Prayas Nepal. So so I'm going to join the charity to the Buddhism. The reason one doesn't hear so much about Buddhist charity is that Buddhism doesn't seek publicity for charity. Giving or generosity is one of the perfections of Buddhism. But to be perfect,
Performer Mr. Sangila, who is going to present about recent pandemic COVID-19 again in English language.
Hello, I'm just today to the whole Jamsuk monastery family, and I would like to express my warm greeting to you all, our respected principal, teachers, and my brothers, seniors and juniors, and my friends. I'm very glad to express some of my views on the ongoing pandemic, COVID-19. It's me, Carl Sandy. Actually, my thought goes like this. Someone has correctly said that if health is gone, everything is gone. When the money is gone, nothing is lost. And when education is gone, then only something is lost. When the health is lost, everything is gone. Health is wealth, and nothing is more supreme than what our health stands at the present moment. A healthy person, whether rich or poor, lives more happy and a peaceful life than any rich person having a diseased body. There are a number of different routes by which a person gets infected with such as bacteria, fungi, or parasite, viruses, etc., which directly or indirectly affects the human beings and transmit from one person to another. As we all know, the new virus, COVID-19, having a devastating impact across the world. Coronaviruses are the group of viruses that are covered in the little protein spikes that look like a crown, that is also known as the corona in the Latin word. There are hundreds of coronaviruses, but only 7 of them affect the human beings. Numerous coronaviruses first was discovered in the domestic poultry in 1930s that caused respiratory, gastrointestinal, liver, and neurologic diseases in animals. Coronavirus syndrome, SARS, that began in China near the end of 2002. MERS-CoV was identified in 2002 as the cause of Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS, in Saudi Arabia, that is also known as to be transmitted through the camel. SARS-CoV-2 is a novel coronavirus identified as the cause of coronavirus disease 2019, that is also known as the COVID-19, that began in Wuhan, China in late December 2019 and spread worldwide. Coronaviruses that cause the several respiratory infections are zoonotic pathogens which begin in infected animals and are transmitted from animals to people. For almost a decade, scientists say the main source of the newly deadly virus through the China's tallest mountain and most isolated caverns. They finally found it in the bats of Sitao cave. The virus in the question was the coronavirus that caused an epidemic of severe acute respiratory syndrome, or SARS, in 2002. SARS-CoV-2 has a significant person-to-person transmission. The world population is suffering this virus. To prevent the spread of the COVID-19, what we should do? We should clean our hands frequently or often by using a soap and water or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer or hand rub. Maintaining a social distance from anyone who is coughing or sneezing. Wearing a mask when a physical distancing is not possible, like we are doing now. Spread across the world, following a trajectory that is difficult to predict. The health, humanitarian, and the social-economic policies adopted by the countries will determine the speed and strength of the recovery. Last week, we are in this together. We will get through this together. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my words carefully. And I'll have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangla. Fourth performer, Mr. Samli wants you to present his topic on crimes in Nepali language.
Sure. म एउटा कुरा तपाईँहरूमा सेयर गर्न चाहेँ। म आज एकदम भित्रैबाट एकदम वेल्दी के होइन, म एकदमै भित्रैबाट जागेको छु किनभने आज मेरो स्वर पनि दामी आइरहेको छ। यहाँ चाहिँ के भयो भन्दाखेरि म बिहानै उठेँ होइन, बिहान उठेर पुरा योगा गरेँ कि स्वर गरेर युट्युबमा खोजेको आधी घन्टा देखिसक्यो, धुवा जानु पऱ्यो होइन, त्यसैले आज स्वर पनि राम्रै आएको छ। टाढाबाट भन्यो भने चाहिँ अलिक सफा हुँदो रहेछ होइन, म टाढैबाट भन्नु चाहेँ है। र आज मैले बिहान उठ्नु बित्तिकै यसो आकाशतिर हेरेको, आज घाम त्यति राम्रोसँग लागेन कि, बट किन रहेछ भनेर आज कारण धेरै रहेछ होइन। हाम्रो साथीभाइहरूले यस्तो स्टेज तताउने रहेछ, त्यही भएर चाहिँ आज घामले पनि तिमीहरूले तताउ स्टेज भनेर दियो। सूर्य भगवानलाई पनि म मनभित्रबाट धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु है, सूर्य भगवान है। सर्वप्रथम त यस झन्झु गुम्बाका अध्यक्षज्यू लगायत यस विद्यालयका प्रधानाध्यापकज्यू, सहकर्मीज्यू, हाम्रो गुरुआमाज्यूहरू र मेरो साथीभाइहरू सम्पूर्णमा म कर्म सम्झाउँछुको तर्फबाट बिहानको नमन टकाउन चाहन्छु। र आज मेरो विषय छ समय टाइम है। अब यो समय चाहिँ के हो भने समय हाम्रो इज अ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट आवर लाइफ भनिन्छ होइन। अब भोगे थोर नेला भएन र दुजे सियाको मिसिङ नभएछ छेसुमै र धेरै है यो मात्रै हो। यसो पहिला विषय राम्रोसँग बुझिन भने त फेरि गाह्रो होला पिरो होला र म बिस्तारै मेरो विषयतर्फ लाग्छु ढिला नगरिकन अब तपाईँ ती अगाडि म के भन्नु म के भनेर बोल्नु यस्तो यस्तो उखान जस्तो भयो कि होइन इन्द्रको अगाडि स्वर्गको बयान इन्द्र भगवानको अगाडि स्वर्गको बयान गरे जस्तो भयो किनभने इन्द्र भगवान आफै अब स्वर्गको छ अब उहाँलाई बयान गरे जस्तो भयो कि मेरो विषय चाहिँ समान बट केही छैन र यति राम्रो स्टेज मिलाएको छ आहा फुल हेर्नुहोस् म चाहिँ यति राम्रो फुल अनि हाम्रो हिजो साथीभाइहरू सबैले मिलेर चाहिँ यति राम्रो स्टेज बनाउन तयार भयो त्यसको लागि धन्यवाद होइन अनि मलाई यो समयको बारेमा लेख्ने मेरो साथी अनि मेरो गुरुबाहरूले मलाई धेरै सहयोग गर्नुभएको छ उहाँलाई धन्यवाद तपाईँहरूकै कारणबाट चाहिँ म यहाँ आज उठेर यसरी भन्न सकेको छु भन्ने उहाँलाई धन्यवाद दिँदै मेरो विषय सुरु गर्न गइरहेको छु है अब
Now we have 10 minutes tea break. Our next performer, the one and only Mr. Lumri from class 4, who is going to share about his life in JCM.
Today I am going to share my little story about myself and my experience at my experience at Jamju Monastery. Praise to all. My name is Karma Gator and I am from Tiling village, which is located in Dolpa district. We have total 5 family members: my father, my mother, brother and sister. My father is a farmer, whereas my mother is a housewife. My brother is a monk and he is in India. Sister lives in Kathmandu. One day, sister informed my father about this monastery. So my father took me to sister place. From there, my sister contacted Amajamba and I came here with him. When I first came here, I was only 7 years old. And I was the youngest monk here. So everybody loved me and cared for me. I felt very blessed and happy to see such a big monastery. I met lots of friends here, even though they were so taller and older than me. In the monastery, I get chance to study in Vigramashila Buddhist Institute, one of the best Buddhist school in Pokhara. In weekend, we were allowed to television for our enjoyment, and sometimes Indra Lamas take us outside for swimming. We are very thankful for our two beloved Guru, Shangpa Rinpoche and Tusu Rinpoche, because of their tirelessly work and lovely. I won't be here today. Lastly, I would like and thank all the family of JCM who always work for the betterment of life and the monastery. Thank you all.
Sponsor, respected teacher, and all my dear friends. Today I am going to tell you a little story about myself and my experiences in Jamsu Monastery. Hello, my name is Sagar, also known as Sharon Nima. I was born on November 8, 2004 in Dajing, a little village of central region, Nepal. I have two younger siblings and my father and mother. My father was a farmer, whereas my mother looked after the family. My village was far from the developed, but it was beautiful and peaceful until when devastated earthquake hit Nepal on 2015. My village was badly affected by the earthquake and we lost everything, including our house and our relative. It was very difficult to live there without any proper food and shelter. And one day, someone told my father about this monastery in Pokhara. So, my father decided to move to the monastery. It was my first time traveling out of my village. When we reached monastery, to my surprise, we were not only one here. There were lots of kids who were financially weak or who were affected by earthquake like we were. We were blessed by our two Rinpoche when we got here. We were treated as their one family member. My parents got job at monastery itself. Me and my younger brother were admitted in Vikramasila Buddhist Institute. I am introvert kid, so I could not make friends in the beginning, but now I have lots of friends. It was difficult for me to adjust this environment. The member of JCM helped to find sponsorship to many new monks for their education, and we are very thankful and grateful for all the sponsors for the kind help towards us for our education. Last but not the least, I am forever grateful to our two beloved Guru Dusing Rinpoche and Shankar Rinpoche and all the members of JCM for treating us like their one children and making our future bright. Thank you.
From class 5 who wants to read essay about the life is like flower and thorns, which means life is full with ups and downs.
세월다 미 간첩법의 내기를 가비시기를 가비 네마시기를 랍트기네라 아니 배샤바이나 남기의 찜발을 배샤 남카 찜발을 끼를 로브를 끼를 로브를 나기가 남기의 찜발이 남카랑 되기를 해서는 되게 말했어 그럼 통되다 시루가 보르츠질도 또 미기 남라다비가 통에 통되게라 아니 다 매독 시아로데 매도 님저데 강 예서가 강성에 독서라나 페나티 매도 베샤안지라 매도 님저데 니미셀라 가오 조함 기보데 레상기도라 아니 와가 세마이게디 미미셀이나 두만세다 라 아니 미미셀이 딱벌 되어 토기레스나 토기 말해 참잠 내려기래 라 미추 당기라 아니 미 위에서 동안에 먹을 길에 아니 대화에 기보에 준비를 아니 뒤에 동안에 그래서
아니 드린 건주기 이제 충분히라 공정이 저도 해봐 내 장님들에게 소조 조방 조민 남바 대당 시행전에 위전하신 남을 저거없다 기계 남을 저당 아니 자기 제국이 로또 용서발라 니쇼바텔레스 쉐이 아니 그 먼저 드링기
della dell'insuelo di Zoro di Dadrin secondo CTN sponsor appreciation program that did it appreciation letter to Herzenssache Nepal EV and sponsor. In 2012, Venerable Tusinrubuchi requested Ms. Sonja Radish for her advice and help of financial support for JCM young monks. After seeing the petition and need of JCM, Sonja and her team started looking for a sponsor immediately for JCM 32 young monks. Initially, this was executed through the Human Life Project, founded by Mrs. Anna Elizabeth. From then until 2018, Sonja visited JCM and only for a few weeks, sometimes for a few months, to offer her support and encouragement. She closely observed the administration of JCM, quality of education, and care of our young monks at JCM. Every one of us are deeply touched and grateful by her honesty, dedication, and compassionate activities over the years. We also bear witness to her physical health issues and struggle in her philanthropic activities. Despite her difficulties, armed with her compassion and bravery, she continues her philanthropic activities still present. Sonja, and along with her other four friends, founded a new association named Herzenssache Nepal EV in 2020 to continue her support for the welfare of JCM monks. Herzenssache is a German word meaning matter very deep in heart that you dedicate yourself to. We JCM family would like to extend our sincere, heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Sonja and members of Herzenssache Nepal EV and our student sponsors from various part of the world who has supported us in the cost of educating and welfare of our students. Your great compassion and generous support enable our students to learn conventional academic study as well as Buddhist philosophical studies. The combination of these two knowledges is deeply desired and crucial in our today's challenging modern world. We are humbled and grateful and will always treasure your kindness and generosity. We would like to take this opportunity to wish you good health and brighter days ahead. Thank you very much. Thanking you, Administrative JCM Office.
Prepare a group song, thank you song by junior student.
I like to think about the goodness of God. It gives me everything I need, so much more. So I just want to lift my hands and say that I love Him. I just want to lift my heart in praise. And I want to be thankful. I want to be grateful. I want to remember everything that the Lord has done. I want to be grateful. I want to be grateful. I I like to think about the goodness of the Lord. He gives me everything I need, so much more. So I just want to lift my hands and say that I love Him. I just want to lift my heart in praise. And I want to be remember everything that the Lord has done. I want to be
token of love to our dear students from the JCM administration. All for making the program successful. Once again, on behalf of all the JCM family, I would like to thank and appreciate Herzenssache Nepal and our all sponsors for their kindness and the great support. Thank you and have a good day.
Come on!